Hi, Megz Madrone. Thanks for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me, Eva Delicious.
Yeah. So we've had the pleasure of working together, well, a long time ago, and then reconnecting more recently and doing a lot more things together. So I've so much enjoyed working with you and seeing everything that you've brought to the stage and out in your life. Um, can you share a little bit what life was like before we had a chance to do more focused work together?
Yes, so way back I don't even know, was it maybe nine? It was a long time ago.
Ago.
Back in prehistory, I lived in Humboldt and you were in the Bay Area in California. And I have been a belly dancer for probably coming up on about 10 years. And you ran a show called Cabaret du Caliente
Yes.
at the Hop Monk, right? And
Yeah. Hmm.
so that was great. And I got a chance to do a show with you. Super fun. And I just have been up in Humboldt doing more belly dancing, sometimes participating in a burlesque show, but usually as the token belly dancer. And I really got interested in burlesque in that time, but it was such a small town that I kind of didn't really want to do it there. I felt like there was too much of a microscope on me, and there are these ideas about what is proper or not proper to do as a belly dancer. And I was like, okay, I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it there. And I ended up meeting my partner on OK Cupid, OK Stupid as we call it, several years back.
But
And
it worked.
exactly. And she was in Portland, and my family, a lot of them are up here in Portland. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's move. And pretty shortly after I moved, I was like, now how can I get some burlesque? I would like to free the boobs, sparkle tits forever. Right? I was excited. I think the first class I took with you might have been, was it the workshop where we workshopped some acts together, and that was really fun. Okay, I'm jumping ahead to what it was like working with you. Okay.
Yeah. Give us the pre.
Go
So
backwards.
I'm getting that you felt a little restricted.
Yes, I did. I felt really restricted, and I wanted to be more free, but I didn't quite know how to go about doing it because I really like to get instruction for when I'm trying to do something in a new sort of area for me. And I don't feel really great just sort of DIY teaching myself something and then doing it on stage, especially when it comes to sort of a whole new performance discipline. I was like, I really would love to take some classes. And lo and behold, you were up here. You and I had already met and worked together. I was like, oh, great, this is perfect. I think I might have even connected with you before I moved.
I think so. Yeah.
Planning the thing. So I felt really restricted, and especially being a bigger girl, and I've always been a bigger girl, there's just these sort of ideas about what you are and aren't allowed to show and how to portray your body, and almost sort of like what to hide.
Mm.
So I got a little bit tired of hiding and feeling like I needed to portray my body in this certain way that is like the acceptable beauty standard of thinness.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, there's something just really freeing about just like ripping off your top and taking your bits forever.
It's very freeing.
Yeah.
No worry about the jiggle.
No, jiggle's good.
Yeah. Awesome. So, and then as we started to work together, you're definitely ready.
I was definitely ready. So when I saw you were doing this kind of a workshopping class where we brought an act and we performed it for the other people in the class, and then we all had real-time critique and feedback. That was great. It was really helpful because even though I'd been performing for a long time, honestly, I'd never had the experience before of receiving feedback on a piece. Because, you know, when people come to see your show or your fellow dancers, they're just polite and supportive, and they're not going to give critique unless
Right.
you've solicited it. And so I think I found it a little terrifying, honestly. I
Yeah,
was like, oh.
I remember you being very nervous, but how was it when you did it?
But here's the shocker is actually it felt really supportive. I got like some really good tips, things I hadn't even thought about. I think it was Vanity. It was like, take your face and make it 20 times more overstated, like show us way more face, exaggerate. And I'd always been told in belly dance that my face was very expressive. So I was like, oh my God, so I should take it even further. I just had like no idea. And just everybody was really supportive, and I really liked seeing everybody else's acts too. And it felt just like a really supportive environment to do something that honestly to me was very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. And why so nervous? You're just performing in front of a small group of people, but then again, they're like sort of your peers, and you're putting yourself out there to be judged like gently and kindly, but still. And I think like a lot of people, I've always struggled with sort of imposter syndrome, or just feeling like you're not really quite good enough. And I'm like, I don't really understand why people want to book me, but I like it. so I'm gonna do that moment. They might find out like that. Yeah. So it's sort of the imposter syndrome thing. You see others around you, you compare yourself to how you think you should be or could be, and that's just a losing game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't we have at least a Facebook conversation about this, about
Yeah.
comparison being the thief of joy, and right, I
Yeah.
wrote you a whole thing, and I was like, I still need to do this blog. I actually wrote it all up, but the essence of it being comparison is a thief of joy. There's really no point. It is a losing game, like you said. And what I've learned was that when you start feeling like you're not enough, you're really ready to level up and learn more rather than just perpetuating like, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. It's time to like, I'm ready to grow. And here we go. Yeah.
It's true. It's really true. And that really struck me when you said that, because at the time I was absolutely feeling the same way, and I still do, although quarantine and the world being on fire has sort of pushed back on that for the moment. But like I'm channeling this feeling of not enough into how can I grow? Like what more can I learn? Because now I'm in this city where there's so many classes, and actually now you can take classes with anybody.
Yeah. There's so much available. And that I am very appreciative of that aspect of quarantine. I'm not going to lie, and I hope it continues. But yeah, the ability to grow in so many places. I love that. I see you doing so much. I know you're doing a lot. It surprises me that you can still feel like you're not doing enough, lady.
Well, it's never really enough for me. I call myself a dance slut, and I think it's very like dance slut for life. Where's the dance thing? I'm gonna do it. I'll be all over it. Let's go wild with dancing. Because for me, it's like really therapeutic. Like moving my body helps me in so many ways across the board. Like it totally levels out my mood. It gives you this endorphin rush, right? And just it's so good for me on so many levels. But I find it really hard to like, I don't know, just like go to the gym. It's not like engaging for me like dancing is. Dancing, I could do drills for hours.
Right.
I'll be into it. But like doing some like jazzercise or whatever, absolutely not. I'm not going to be into it. Like, so I think that's one of the tricks in being able to like do things that are healthy for you. Like find the way that really resonates with you. And for me, that's dancing. For other people, it could actually be going to the gym.
I know. I'm not one of those people either. You
No.
know, I have gym aversions, but yeah, that's awesome. And so, so now that you've worked with Showgirl Temple, what are some changes you've noticed for yourself?
Well, I feel less restrained. I certainly feel more free. What is it? that Will says, like, make it dirtier.
Oh, yes.
Can you share the exact quote?
Um, oh, I always just say, well, can you make it dirtier? How can you
Yeah,
make it dirtier? Yeah, but my husband, Will's suggestion is you can never touch yourself too much.
I have to agree with that. I have to, and that's like a huge thing for me because in belly dance, it's so taboo to touch yourself. And
Right.
I had worked with my troupe Sasshole to do kind of a belly dance burlesque fusion. And one of the big things I kept saying is touch yourself with the palm of your hand. Because in belly dance, we touch ourselves with the back of the palm.
Uh-huh.
There's sort of, I call it fake lore. I don't know if it's true or not, but there's this sort of myth that goes around in the belly dance world that in Arabic societies, that if you touch yourself with the palm of your hand, you have given your audience permission to also touch you there in that spot.
Oh.
I doubt that it's really true. This is why I call it fake lore. It's one of these stories that it may be true in some cases, but I think it's sort of meant to perpetuate, like, don't touch yourself with the palm of your hand. That's dirty. That's wrong. You don't want to be the slutty belly dancer, right? So like, being free and actually touching yourself is great. So I just revel in it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just touching myself.
I can tell. It's so good. And it's, I mean, it is definitely, you know, part of the tease, but also I love when we talk about that in classes and I'm like, touch yourself like you like it. Like enjoy
Right.
it for yourself. It's not just for the audience, it's also for you. And I think it's a really important part of self-love too, right? Like just to connect with yourself and have that touch and feeling on you is important. Because sometimes like we're averse to looking in the mirror at ourselves, but we're also averse to even touching ourselves because, you know, we're not good enough for that or something. So it is really important. But that's fun. I love that. I love that.
So I definitely feel more free. I feel like I have sort of more tools in my burlesque tool bag for sure. Like I really have enjoyed all the different dancing that we've done. We've gone over chair dance. We've done some floor work.
Yeah, because you've done several of the group routines. We've done like chorus line, 1920s style stuff.
Yes.
Boa.
Boa.
Uh-huh.
And just a lot of different fun ways to take off your clothes, which is
all the many ways, the endless exploration.
Yeah.
Nice.
So for me, it's really helped like sort of broaden and deepen like my understanding of dance and my connection with myself and my body, you know, expanding it to sort of include this joy and touching yourself, you know, and actually like owning the fact that you are a sexual being, you're a sexual being. It's okay if your dance is sexy.
Yeah, it's even good.
Okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're a slut or me. I would just embrace the slut designation. I'm already a dance slut. Sure, let's do it. I just think to me that's freedom and empowerment. That's a lot of what I get from dancing.
Awesome.
Showgirl Temple.
Yay. Yay. Awesome. Is there anything else that you think people should know about working with Showgirl Temple?
I think that if you feel called to like step into the burlesque world or to just step outside of your comfort zone, whether it's Showgirl Temple or whatever it is that is your thing that you want to do, like just absolutely do it. Take the risk. Like you're worth it. And especially right now when we can't do a lot of things, like we're really restrained. Again, back to being restrained. Like I might like personal life in some aspects, but not not in not in just feeling like you have to hold in, you know, just explore that thing. Do it. Right now we don't have a lot of outlets and it's actually a really safe way to explore these things because you're actually at home and you don't have people necessarily looking at you. You don't have to feel judged by the process. Lord knows we judge ourselves enough.
I know.
So I say just do it. Be free. Whatever it is that you want to do, just go out there and get it.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that. I love that. It's so true. The world is hard enough. We don't need to be hard on each other at
No.
all. I do love being at home too. I've rolled in and, taken some classes, not showered at all, maybe
Oh
for
yeah.
days.
It's
Probably
okay.
didn't comb my hair even, like all that stuff. And like I've taken some classes that are quite challenging where I'm just like, yeah, girl, you go ahead. I'm just going to rest on the mat for a little, which I don't
That's
think I would do in person. I would feel really bad or like I wasn't doing it, but I need it.
yeah, it's the same. It's very liberating for me because when I'm in a physical dance class, I do feel very much like I need to keep up and do my best. But sometimes there's places where my body is like, you don't really want to go there today or right now. And so it's almost a lesson in honoring your own body a
Yeah.
little bit more. So I appreciate that. And I think I want to take that forward into dance classes when we finally can be in person again. And like, if something isn't feeling right for me that day, then I can watch and observe and learn with my eyes and not do it with my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good lesson, huh? I know.
Yeah.
I've not in dance classes. Well, no, that's not true. I'm going to take that back. I've kind of injured myself pushing too hard to do things, not because of the instructor, but because I'm
No.
like, I can do it. I can keep up, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is important to honor yourself in all the spaces you need to be gentle and where you want to expand.
Yeah, it really is. Agree.
Awesome. Awesome. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for
Thanks so
taking
much.
some time
Talk.
today.
Thank you. Really good to talk to you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, lady. You too.
Bye.
Bye.